Oh, excellent. Thank you, Dr. Ross. Dr. Ross has got so on point, so thoughtful, so able to help us, especially, as a newbie. I've been encouraged because of Dr. Ross to come on Zoom as a presenter. I can always join as a participant, but being a presenter is a whole nother ball of wax. And so I want to thank her for all the support that she gives those of us who are trying to step forward and do more presentations. So thank you, Dr. Ross, because you're right there helping me. And thank you for letting me know about the app. I will be mentioning it in the call tonight. So I want to welcome everyone to the presentation tonight. So my name is Margaret Dorsey, and I am a Ruby in Akana. Our company is 5.5 years old, and I'm the proud mom of 2 sons and a new grandma of a 15-month-old grandson. So I'm very excited about that because he's opening a lot of doors and eyes for me as we develop along with him. So I'm very excited to share some valuable information with you tonight. Realize that repetition is the mother of learning, and we're glad to have you here, whether it's your first time or your 10th time. So I do notice that when we do our presentations, we have our loyalists, and we want you to continue to be loyal. And we want you to know that then when you invite your guests, they're going to get the same treatment, same information. And it's the kind of thing that you want to be able to rely on to make sure that when people, when you invite your guests, they get treated or get the information that you believe that they need to have to go forward with our company and with the concepts that we're sharing. So the problem in the United States is called suicide, which is a phrase that our CEO, Melissa Boston, coined. We are digging our graves with our fork. And so when we think about it, when you look at the original diet, and goes back into when we were doing our own gardening, you go back to Africa, you go back to own motherlands, that there are people actually ate from the earth. And so we had a variety of vegetables, we had plants, we had fruits from the garden, and then they were free of pesticides and chemicals. So, as we advance to our new diet, pretty much some of us, we really just don't know what we're eating. And so this consists of fast foods, which we can get at restaurants on every corner in our neighborhoods. We're eating fried and processed foods, deplete of nutrition, which is starving the body and making us overweight because we're not satisfied. We're just overeating. So the silent killer, for us in our community, we're looking at heart disease. In 2020, nearly 700,000 people died from cardiovascular disease. How many of you know about someone or know someone who unexpectedly died from a heart attack? That's pretty much all of us. And did you know that heart attacks are 90% preventable? About 1 in 5 heart attacks are silent. That damage is done, but the person is not even aware of it. And that has happened to many people, guys. It's alarming. And also alarming is the number of our 14 to 19-year-olds who are showing as much as 40% blocked arteries. And what does this due to? It's directly due to the amount of processed and fast foods that they have been eating their entire lives. So they came in during a time when the foods were fast foods, they were more artificial, and it's not on them as much as our society that they have eaten this horrible diet that is showing up in their arteries already at such young ages. And do you know the significance of age 45 for African Americans? And that is because we have the chance of 50% more of us dying at that age when we reach 45. And that's unfortunate that is connected with the African American community. So we have dangerous levels of arteriosclerosis levels in our bodies. And what we're looking at are some blood vessels. And when you look at an optimal vessel, it is open, it's clear, you don't see plaque buildup. Borderline, we begin to see plaque buildup in the arteries. And then when you have high plaque, you see it's completely covering the outside or the inside lining of the arteries. And then when we have a blocked artery, that's pretty much when we are going to have strokes, and or the doctors are going to go in and try to put in stents and those kinds of things. And it is not the kind of way that we want our arteries to look. But we will be helping you get past that with some of the information that we'll be sharing tonight. So guess what? How you look on the outside is not necessarily what's going on the inside. It always baffled me when seemingly healthy runners die from heart attacks after doing a major run. This is going back years. This is not even current. It just was amazing. So he was so healthy and he was running and then collapsed. What happened with that? And then that means that exercise alone is not the answer. What you eat makes a huge difference. When we have a saying here at Akana, what the cell is going on? So what we're going to talk about tonight are the 5 top health problems that are affecting our communities. And this is what we want to address with this presentation tonight. So this is a question that I love to ask, and it is, do you know your blood type? Your blood type is a more reliable measure of your identity than race, culture, or geography. It is a genetic blueprint of who you are and a guide to how you can live most healthfully. Let me get my little thing straight on here. So Akana is committed to helping 1 million families learn their blood type within the next 18 months. We are on a mission to create generational health. We want to thank Mom Mitchell for the slogan. And we want you to get on the updated Zoom plugger training that we're going to have this Sunday at 6 p.m. to get the strategies that we will be using to accomplish our 1 million family goal. So we did a presentation, we did a training last Sunday. We're going to do an updated one this Sunday that has more information on it for you, and including the count sheet that Dr. Roz mentioned that we're going to be talking about. There are 4 blood types. Your blood type is a A, B, O, or AB. Your blood type, A, B, O, or AB, is a powerful genetic fingerprint that identifies you as much as your DNA or your fingerprint. And the thing that's interesting about this is that there are only 4 blood types. And so as we become more familiar with and are able to identify this easier, we begin to be able to put quite a few pieces of the puzzle together. So here are the blood types explained. If you're blood type A is for agrarian society. They were focused on farming and livestock, leading to more stable communities. They are naturally inventive and sleepless. As the first immigrants, they adapted to an agrarian diet and lifestyle, developing cooperative personalities to thrive in crowded communities. We know the blood types A's are just communal. They just love people, they help people. They're always out there in giving their all, and we really appreciate that. Blood type B is for balance. Developed as humans migrated north into colder, harsher regions like Pakistan and India. These assimilators adapted to new climates and diverse populations, embodying nature's effort to balance the mind's tensions with the immune system's demands. And so with blood type B, we understand that they are a balance between an A and an O. So these are things that I'm also learning as we continue to study the blood type eating. And what one of the ways that they like to describe themselves is that they are bougie. I don't know what that means in terms of what they will do or won't do, but it seems like they think very highly of themselves, and we appreciate them. We think highly of them too. O is for old, the oldest blood the oldest blood type, originating in Africa and migrating to Europe and Asia in search of game. These early humans were hunters and gatherers, top survivors in the food chain with a strong and fierce immune system ready to destroy any threat, whether friend or foe. And so blood type O has a particular kind of makeup. They're very organized, kind of systematic about things. And you'll notice their actual fierceness sometimes when you're dealing with them. I'm a blood type O, so I just want to admit to that. So AB is for Martin, rare and found in less than 5% of the population. It emerged from the intermingling of type A Caucasians with type B Mongolians. As the newest blood type, it symbolizes modern life, complex and unsettled. It is the delicate offspring of a rare union between the tolerant type A and the type B. So what we find with the AB is actually we're identifying with our blood type testing, we're finding more ABs. We had a new AB person determined yesterday at the dispensary, and she pretty much fits the profile of the ABs as we're beginning to learn their makeup and blood types too. So listen to this. We have a sophisticated immune system that identifies whether a substance in the body is friend or foe. One method involves a group of chemical markers called antigens, which are found on the cells of our bodies. One of the most important antigen in the human body is the one that determines your blood type. So I want to say this to you guys. Your blood type is the key to your body's entire immune system. It controls the influence of viruses, bacteria, infections, chemicals, stress, and the entire assortment of invaders and conditions that might compromise your immune system. We now understand that during the pandemic, blood type O was the most resistant to the COVID virus. And that's because with people with blood type A and B had a weaker immune system, which caused more issues for them. So eating right for your blood type can strengthen your immune system, whether you know you're A or B or O, but there's some very basic factors that apply to you. Also, people deficient in vitamin D, which is a lot of the minority community also did poorly during the pandemic. These are just areas, guys, that we can improve on ourselves very easily just by having this information. Blood type determines how food interacts with your cells. So if you look at the first picture, the food is being properly digested and eliminated. And you can pretty much just call that a flat belly. The third picture, that gentleman has undigested food and waste being stored in the midriff. And you can pretty much see just from his shape that there's a lot of undigested meals right there in his belly. And that is not how you want to live. Your blood type is the single most important determinant in how your body interacts with the food you eat, and if those foods will cause inflammation. And my thing is over. I can't see the bottom of that. Indigestion or weight gain. So I had to make up a word because I couldn't see the bottom of the thing. So eating right, eating against your blood type. When we eat foods containing protein lectins that are incompatible with our blood type antigen, the lectins target an organ or bodily system and begin to agglutinate blood cells in that area for disposal. We create highly carcinogenic substances in our body when we regularly consume foods that are high in lectins or animal protein, which are like the processed foods that you see, and even like meat. So I want to recommend 3 videos to you created by our own Dr. Roz, who is an Akana wellness coach. And they are titled, Do You Know What You're Eating? And this is on our app, guys, under the recordings. And they are absolutely outstanding information. So as we delve into this, we need to understand what processed foods look like, or what damaging foods, or what good foods are. And so the series that she did is very informative. I would suggest that you guys definitely go on those and take a look at that. So our immune system is designed to protect us from lectins. So when you're young, nice and healthy, about 95% of what we eat is sloughed off by the body. About 5% goes into the bloodstream. and into the bloodstream where they react with and destroy red and white blood cells. The healthy body, when we're young, as we get older, we're still kind of there, but the body is not as efficient as it was before. And so then it doesn't slough off as much. This is when we're going to have to help our body by understanding what we need to put in it and how to get a lot of that stuff out and give it the help that it needs. The consequences of eating against our blood type. Agglutination is a clumping of bacteria or red cells when held together by antibodies. And so when you see the pressure of the artery causes the break that causes either a stroke if it goes to your brain or a heart attack if it goes to the heart, our system helps us with the slowing down or breaking of the agglutination process. So you want to learn what your blood type is. This is our goal, is to help 1 million families learn their blood type, and then also while we're creating generational health. So break the generational cycle. The power is in your hands. The best element to breaking the cycle is for families to learn their blood type, to eat right. And we have mentioned before that in many families, there's mixed blood types. B, O, A is in the same family. And so if everybody's eating the same foods, they're getting actually different reactions to some of these foods. So it's going to help the family to begin to understand what are the blood types in your family so that you can eat more properly, because there's some basic foods all blood types can eat together, but then there's some that some of us should stay away from. If they give me the wrong blood, it could kill me. And that is absolutely true. As I mentioned, I'm a blood type O, and we are universal donors for all blood types, but O can only take in blood type O blood, or we could die. Before surgeries and births, doctors identify blood type of the patient for this reason, but it's not generally available information to you as a patient. Even when they take all of these tubes of blood for you to take all these tests, they're not telling you what your blood type is. And even if you ask them, they want to charge you a large fee to find out that the answer to that and is unbelievable. If you eat the wrong food, it could be slowly killing you. The key word is slowly. As we age, we experience more of the effects of eating against our blood type, which I had mentioned before. And I also like to tell the story. First time I had like really bad acid reflux, I had said on one tape time I was 32, I was about in my 40s. And I mean, I had such a horrible reaction to some barbecued or some grilled food chicken. I thought I was going to die, and it actually was just GERD, and I didn't even know what that was. So here's some of the sample avoid lists. Remember, one person's food is another person's poison. This is the sample list of foods considered toxic for the various blood types. So if you're blood type A, guys, the tomatoes have lectins in them. The bananas are not good for you. Meat of all sorts are not good for you. There are some that you can have, and we do have a yes list, but on this avoid list, this lamb is not good for you. Potatoes and even shrimp, innocent shrimp is not good for blood type A. For B, chicken. Okay, and then about the largest group of blood type that we know is blood type O, but B is the next largest group. And I know African Americans eat chicken like nobody's business. Other people do it too. But if you're blood type B, it's not good for you. Avocados, black beans, shrimp, and crab. Amazing that something that seems so simple would be have a negative effect on blood type, on this particular blood type. Blood type, oh, catfish is not good for us. Many of us like that catfish. Avocados, oranges, which seems to be a very easy, should be very innocent, somebody was called me, it affects blood type O. White wine, as I mentioned, red wine's fine for me, and then cashews. That's just a set of some of the nuts. A and B. A and B is a combination of A and B blood type, and so they have a combination of those foods that we mentioned, the chicken, the bananas, the black beans, the avocados, and the shrimp. And guys, but don't fret, the A and B have discovered how to eat right for their blood type. on many levels and are getting better at it every day. So this book was released in 1996. It's called Eat Right for Your Blood Type. Now, I have revisited the book recently, and I just want to share a paragraph out of the introduction that states, and this was because we're getting more familiar with it, I'm just like, oh my God, this totally what this research shows. Your blood type is the key that unlocks the door to the mysteries of health, disease, longevity, physical vitality, and emotional strength. Your blood type determines your susceptibility to illness, which foods you should eat, and how you should exercise. Think about that one. The connection between blood type and diet may sound radical, but it is not. So, I mean, I'm rereading the book and I'm just getting hit in so many different ways with the information that we've been talking about for 3 years now. And so it's more impactful because we've been living it. You may want to read this book for much more insight into blood type eating. It's going to empower you guys to go forward in a much more confident way of what it is you want to do to help yourself with your blood type eating. So, why am I just learning that food impacts my blood cells based on blood type? That's a great question. And what we say is that if it isn't taught in medical school or created by Big Pharma, it isn't promoted in the United States. Our country controls the flow of certain information to make money for a chosen few. However, Akana is here to share the good news. Eating right for your blood type is a game changer for you and for your family's health. As we mentioned, big business equals profits over people. So we think about cigarettes. There was a time when you could smoke in your office, you could smoke in restaurants, you could smoke on the bus, everywhere. And then the big surprise was that when they revealed the dangers of secondhand smoke and that public smoking was banned. So we do want to give kudos out to some parts of our country looking out for for our health. Trans fats, margarines have been barred as unhealthy for trans fats. 5G cell phones are being installed in certain neighborhoods, causing a new type of type 3 diabetes. We want, to talk about that when you can look out your window and see these towers just sitting there. GMOs, genetically modified organisms to create fake food, which is convenient, but not good for you. And then milk. Got milk? Milk is promoted in the United States as something that does a body good. Dairy products are known to contribute to mucus production, often triggering cold-like symptoms or allergies as the body reacts. Nature has equipped every species, including humans, with the nourishment they need. However, humans are the only species that consume the milk of another animal beyond infancy. This unnatural habit can create an acidic environment in the body, which may increase the risk of cancer as cancer cells thrive in such conditions. So, guys, we're learning quite a bit about how we are naturally been eating and taking in food and the dangers that it has for our bodies. So when we think about what countries adhere to the blood type philosophy, we can go to Japan, because Japan was one of the countries that adopted the blood type eating book when it came out in 1996, and they applied it to their country, and the philosophies even took it as far as applying it to compatible relationships and even marriages and hiring people. So they really took it seriously. In the United States, we didn't embrace the book and are very reluctant to provide you even with your own blood type, which we already mentioned. So when we look at life expectancy, Japan has first for life expectancy with their citizens living to 84.6 years. United States is 50th for life expectancy, with Americans living 76 years on average. And then if you're African American, it drops down for us guys to 71.8 years. And so we already talked about even the decrease that happened when when we get older, we had already talked about that in that over 45, that our community seems to be more affected with heart disease. Evidence, despite anecdotal evidence that shows millions of people reported positive improvements by adhering to the blood type practices, even though it's out there and people know it's not practiced that much in the United States. And that is one of the areas on one of the reasons why Akana has gotten hold of this and is willing to take it to the public. By following the blood type diet, you can protect yourself from common viruses and infections and take a stand against life-threatening diseases. You can achieve your ideal weight, slow the aging process, and cleanse your body of toxins and unhealthy fats. And guys, this is becoming even more evident as we find out this information and are able to apply it. So we talked about knowing your blood type. That was the first area. The second area is oxidation. Researchers have finally identified one of the most important contributors to heart disease, wrinkles, cancer, arthritis, and many of the other problems associated with getting older are due to oxidation. So if you sit some bananas out for a while, they're going to get brown, start rotting, but that's due to oxidation. And the same thing with nuts and bolts, that the oxidation, you're going to see that rust. This is the same kind of effect that's happening inside our body. And how do we help with go against that? We get some antioxidants going on. The fruits and vegetables are loaded with plant compounds called phytonutrients, which also have antioxidant abilities. Some phytonutrients have shown to disable cancer substances as well. And so you see all of the fruits and the vegetables, the grapefruit, the brown, dark chocolate, the berries. Guys, these are foods that will help you to get the antioxidants up in your system. Remember, we used to say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And so that's where we have to go to. That was just a very simple slogan back in the day, but that's what they were telling us. Eat fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. Then we also, when we get to our third area, which is we want to talk about omega-3s. Omega is an essential mineral that the body needs, which means that the body does not make it. We have to put it in the body. We take in plenty of omega-6, which the body needs, but we are lacking in enough omega-3. Omega-7 is also needed by the body, and even some omega-9. Unfortunately, we have a fat crisis because we have the omega-6 working from hydrogenated oils. And so even skinny people are lacking in omega-6. You can introduce omega-6 to a person's body, and it's going to make a complete change in their health. So if you don't have omega-3, the deficiencies are that they increase the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and high blood pressure. The cognitive decline that we have, increased risk of depression, anxiety, Alzheimer's, and dementia. And on the chronic inflammation side, it accelerates the progression of diabetes, arthritis, cancer, and autoimmune disease. And guys, omega-3 is crucial to being in your body, and we are happy to be able to help supply some of that. Metabolic health contributes to the deficiency contributes to weight gain, obesity, and metabolic syndrome. We talked about that before, where Dr. Tyus introduced us to the fact that if the circumference of your waistline is 35%, it should be 35%, 35 inches for women and 40 inches for men. And then when you have a larger circumference, you are more prone to heart disease and stroke. We also, with our deficiency, it contributes to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which we learned about through Akana, which can progress to liver cirrhosis or liver cancer. Like if you were drinking vodka or so much liquor a day, this is just happening because you have an omega-3 deficiency. Immune function. It weakens the immune function, making the body more susceptible to infections. And then bone health. It increases the risk of osteoporosis, leading to fractures and a higher risk of complications, especially for older adults. So even when we have someone take a slight fall sometimes, their bones cracked, and that's because of the lack of the omega-3 that needs to strengthen their bone. So for in our fourth area, we want to protect our gut. 70% of the immune system is in our gut, which is our microbiome. We know that the gut needs fiber, prebiotics, probiotics, and it needs to be detoxified. And we're here, guys, to offer you some of that assistance. Then the last area of that we are going to be concerned with is the parasites. We want to the parasites eat up your nutrients. If you eat meat, you have parasites which need to be eliminated. Even if you are a vegan or vegetarian, your vegetables have insects on them that lay eggs. Be sure to thoroughly wash your fruits and vegetables. People doing our cleanses have reported eliminating parasites through their stool of a variety of sizes. And so, guys, we won't elaborate on that tonight, but there is parasites are inside of you, and we're going to help you get them out. What would happen? What's going on with these parasites and human health? It creates chronic infections. They can cause chronic infections and inflammation in the body and contribute to the development of heart disease, diabetes, chronic fatigue, and autoimmune disorders. Recent autopsies have revealed the presence of parasites in various organs, including the brain, liver, and lungs, even in individuals who were not suspected to be infected. These findings suggest that parasites can exist in the body without causing noticeable symptoms, leading to a silent invasion that gradually impairs organ function over time. Mental health, some parasites can cross the blood-brain barrier and reside in the brain, contributing to depression, anxiety, and even schizophrenia. Which brings me to the favorite story that Robert Kennedy Jr. claimed to have had a dead parasite worm in his brain. And it may be true based on the information that we're sharing with you guys tonight. So let me give you this disclaimer. Our products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information provided herein is for informational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for advice from your physician or other healthcare professionals. If you are pregnant, nursing, taking medication, or have a medical condition, please consult your healthcare provider before using any nutritional supplements. Individual results vary. And we definitely like to say that the individual results vary because a lot of people want the same results somebody else had, but they're not actually doing exactly what the other person did, and or their blood type is different. So there are a lot of different variables that we're going to help you learn to work with to get the results that you want. So we have targeted the 5 areas, and then we have created a meal replacement shake that will address those areas. We are going to address your blood type support, the antioxidant protection, your omega-3 fatty acids, which I think is phenomenal, guys, that you're going to get to and put that in your body naturally through our meal replacement shake. You're going to get the gut health, the prebiotics, probiotics, and the fiber that you need. And we're going to help you eliminate those parasites. Voila, introducing Flat Belly Fuel. So our Flat Belly Fuel is our cocoa berry fusion. We have our vanilla bliss coming on Black Friday. So guys, look forward to that. But how you would use this product is that you want to put 1 to 2 tablespoons in 8 ounces of liquid. It can be water, almond milk, and blend it with frozen fruit and or vegetables to make a variety of smoothies to replace 1 or 2 meals a day. It is an easy and affordable answer to immediate and better health. You want to join Dr. Betty on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. to learn more about the fuel and its ingredients and some of the other main products that we're going to be talking about going forward. But of course, we know that Arona berry is one of the ingredients in the fuel that has made a major difference with antioxidants. And in all of the ingredients, guys, are organic. It is a fabulous product. You want to get it and start using it as soon as you can. So our vision is a world where every individual has access to the nutrition and resources they need to thrive, leading to healthier, wealthier, and more resilient communities. We aspire to be a catalyst for global change, fostering a future free from the limitations of disease and poverty, where every corner of the globe flourishes. Guys, you need to have a vision if you want to keep moving forward. And one of the things that has been introduced to me since being a part of the flat belly lifestyle is the blue zones that exist in the country. There are currently 6 blue zones, and Akana is working on creating blue zones beginning with our own families, neighborhoods, and cities to go nationwide and even globally. So in the United States, we know we have Loma Linda in California, which is a blue zone. And what happens in the blue zone, people just live more naturally, healthily, and they live longer, more progressive lives. And that's how we want to live. So first thing we want to do, the first thing you need to do is detoxify the blood cells. So people really just don't get this. When we showed the one picture where the young man had the round belly, the whole circumference was so big, those are undigested meals. And so even to help people get the parasites out and the fuel to be more effective, we need to detox first. And so bitters can be a powerful tool for a quick 4-day detox, primarily due to their impact on digestion and liver function. Here's how they work. They boost digestion by stimulating the production of digestive enzymes, bile, and stomach acids, which are essential. They regulate the appetite, reducing cravings for unhealthy foods. It supports liver detoxification by filtering out toxins from the blood. It eliminates fat-soluble toxins through the digestive system. It alkalizes the body and reduces inflammation, and it improves the microbiome, which is your gut, by promoting the growth of beneficial bacteria and inhibiting harmful bacteria. Guys, that's what we need. Clean it out and then replenish it. So you got to do the cleanses, and we're going to teach people how to be more effective with their cleanses. So depending on your goals, we also offer 7 or 21-day raw cleanses. We have wellness coaches that can assist you with getting the best cleanse. The 4-day cleanse is good. It's a great starter. But when you really want to clean out, at least quarterly or twice a year, you need to do a 7 or a 21-day cleanse. So how do you incorporate the 4-day detox? This 4-day detox can help reset your digestive system, support liver function, and eliminate toxins, leaving you feeling lighter and more energized. And I have quite a few testimonies for that from people. You want to boil 40 ounces of water and then remove it from the heat. Place a tea bag in the water, the entire tea bag, guys. Don't open it. Make sure you work with your customers to let them know, don't pour it in the water. And allow it to steep for at least 8 hours. Steeping means you put a top on it. Refrigerate it, and then preferably in a glass jar. Consume 8 ounces once a day or 4 ounces twice a day. And sometimes it's a little bit strong for some people. They do 2 ounces periodically during the day. Follow the Bitters Blood Type meal plan, which will be in your starter kit, and steer clear of sugar and refined carbs. These can hamper the overall effectiveness while you are doing your 4-day cleanse. We also offer a comprehensive health test, which is included in can be included in our blood type starter kit. So what is the comprehensive health test? It gives you an omega-3 panel, tells you the setup of your omegas, where you're deficient and what you need. It can give you a gut check. Guys, we definitely need our intestines checked to see what's going on in there. Your vitamin and minerals. I love it. It tells you exactly what you need in every category. So easy to follow and so easy to help yourself. And then we'll give you a review of your heart, your liver, and your kidneys. So the wellness coaches do an excellent job with this. I've seen them working, and I like what I see. This is $1,000 value, but Kana is offering it as a $189 special. But for tonight and for the enduring time that is on the website, you can get the full health comprehensive test along with the starter kit for $109 one-time payment, one-time fee. And so you'll get what it creates for you is an auto ship for our Flat Belly Fuel meal replacement shake at $59.95 a month. instead of the normal retail price of $69.95. And so because you're going to put it on auto ship, you're going to give yourself a chance to get 90 to 120 days to replenish your cells as you are getting better, more set up with eating right for your blood test, with your blood type. So you're going to get the comprehensive test, which is a $950 value. You're going to get the blood type starter kit, which is a $50 value. You're going to get the blood type test, the bitters, the individual digital blood type download. You're going to get a code, guys. Download the information about your particular blood type. And you're going to get a full bag of the meal replacement shake, a 30-day supply. And then you're also going to get the family blood type foods digital download for that would include every, like we said, in your family, you might have a variety of the blood types. And so you're going to get your yes list. And this is going to be available for now. And we want you definitely to get on it. So we have additional products in Akana. And we have CBD line, we have a skincare line, we have a hair care line, we have a weight loss line, which includes the starter kits and the 721-day cleanse, and we have essential oils. I just wanted to mention in our CBD lines, exciting information, guys. We're launching the THCA and ROSO CBD line this weekend. So I think starting tomorrow. So you want to keep your ears open. You want to be ready to get this new product from Akana. And so there's never a time when you can't do better with our company. And this is getting ready to happen again. So what I'd like to know is there anyone that can give us a quick testimony right here? I can't see everybody, but if you open up your mic, we'd love to hear from you if you have a story or a testimony that you'd like to share with your experiences with the blood type eating and or any other products in our line. Who's ready? Don't be shy. Bring it on.
Hey, Margaret, this is Mike Newsom.
Hey, Mike Newsom, how are you?
I am well. I am well. Thank you for the opportunity to share. We are having phenomenal results teaching people how to eat to their blood type. The information that we're sharing is life-changing. We've been talking to people that had no concept of what it means to eat to their blood type. And after teaching them and sharing with them information about what it means that some foods are good for them, some foods are not good for them, and some foods really are kind of neutral, and they've made changes in their diet. I've talked to type A blood type clients, and they've had no idea that their ancestors and that their body chemistry is designed to be a heavily vegetable and fruit driven diet. And once they made that change, and once we've had those conversations, it was like, oh, now I know why I feel sick when I eat this. And now I know why this causes this type of reaction when I eat. They had no clue. And then when they took those things out of their diet, they were just so grateful and thankful for sharing that information. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to share. But the information on eating to your blood type, most people have no clue. And us sharing this information is life-changing. People are changing their diet, people are losing weight, and people are getting healthy. So we're making a difference. So thank you for giving me a moment to share.
Well, Mike, tell us what your blood type is and where you're calling from.
I am a blood type O, and I'm calling from my mobile office in Richmond, Virginia.
Yay, welcome, welcome, welcome. I mean, that goes back to one of our slides that said anecdotal information and evidence. We're having evidence around the country, guys, that this works. So all we have to do is just keep getting the information out there so it's more natural for people to talk about and to understand. And one of the more positive or strongest testimonies we get are from blood type A, because they are inundated with blood type O eating or cooking and B, and they're pretty much vegetarians, vegans. They should not be taking in what the majority of the country is eating. So my brother, my in-law was on the last call, blood type A. And then the lady from yesterday, blood type AB. And they are really beginning to find, and they are so grateful. And we are really impacting and helping quite a few people. So thank you for putting that out there so specifically. Thank you so much. Anybody else real quickly want to throw in a comment? Are you guys scared? You don't get it? You don't know yet? So let me just say this real quick. I'm a blood type O, me and Mike, a blood type O. I drink this fuel. I told you it's made with organic. Everything's organic. I've been drinking a meal replacement shake for years. And I was drinking a whey protein shake and didn't realize how bad it was for me. Whey is not good for blood type O. So then I changed to a pea protein shake. I was doing better. And then when I kind of came out with the organic hemp protein, I'm like betting 100. When I drink my shake every day, guys, it's just like my body is just going like hallelujah, because it's so balanced now. So we want to get you guys on the meal replacement to let us know what it's doing for your bodies. And I want to thank you, Mike, for helping me out with that testimony. And we're going to get ready to close it out. It is estimated that 1 to 5% of Americans who are aware of their blood type may have experimented with or followed the blood type diet principles to some extent, but it's not really being supported. And so people are not gravitating to it as much as they would be if they had more support. So Akana is interested in getting helping 1.5% of the United States to become more aware of this. We had talked about the Eat Right for Your Blood Type book. You saw what happened with Japan. That can happen with the United States, or at least with your home, your community. Go for it. Through the blood type kit, guys, it's so simple. It's so easy for people to learn their blood type. We won't even go into the stories about how they're not helping you find out your blood type in your doctor's office. If 5 million people, imagine helping 5 million people learn their blood type at $50 per kit, that would equal $250 million in sales in a month. We're talking business here. And so then if 10% of the people who were interested in having the products that we offer got on auto ship, that would be $3 million a month in auto ship sales. So we want to think big. And if 80% of the population rejects you, we will still impact 1 million families. You can play a part in this campaign. You can get the contact and tracking sheet from our app to participate, which is Dr. Ross mentioned to me earlier today. We put the contact form on there, and there's going to be a training on Sunday at 6 p.m. Central as to how to use the contact and training sheet. So make sure you get on that, and that will be announced to you guys. And then according to Harvard Business School, the first 100,000 to 150,000 people involved in the business will earn up to 80% of the wealth of a company. And Harvard also shared that if you select a company at least 18 months old, 90% of the companies fail their first 18 months. So as we know, Akana is well on its way to being a 6-year-old company. We have gone through the pandemic. We have gone through some humps, guys. And so we are moving forward. Okay, let me see, I pressed the wrong thing. Also, according to Harvard, business school. If a company has less than 500,000 people, it is a great opportunity. If less than 100,000 people, it is an opportunity of a lifetime. So guess what, guys? This is the opportunity of a lifetime. And what we know is when we do these presentations, that there are 3 types of people listening. Person number 1 says, I want to try the products and they become lifetime customers. Person number 2 says, I like what I heard, but I have some questions. Then person number 3 says, I'm all in, I want the products and the opportunity. So please get with the person who invited you. We say welcome and thank you for joining with us. So I want to stop with the sharing and take a quick look at you guys and see if there are any quick questions. We have a few minutes on the clock. Is there anything that any of us can help you with?
Hi, Margaret, this is Magnolia.
Yes.
I had to step away. Did you answer the question in the chat? You had mentioned type 3 diabetes. I was just questioning if you could tell me what that is.
We would have to get with Dr. Betty to share the information on that. I got that from Melissa and Dr. Betty, like on one of the Tuesday night calls. And so it was just mentioned that there's a new type that's been identified that's connected with the 5G towers and the 5G radiation. So
thank you, Margaret.
Okay, you're welcome. So you guys are satisfied? If you're satisfied, I'm satisfied.
I have an announcement.
Dr. Raj, you were saying something?
I have an announcement.
Oh, okay, go right ahead, guys. We're turning it over to Dr. Raj. I want to thank everybody for attending tonight and bring your friends next time.
You see that?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Well, this starts at 12:01. Notice this part right here. Let's see if I can blow that up a little bit more. Oh yeah, there we go. See what that says right there?
Mm-hmm.
Spend $250 retail between 12:01 and 2 p.m. and receive an extra $50 in free product.
That's tonight, Dr. Ross?
Tonight, that's right.
Wow.
It starts.
So it's the Black Friday special, but it starts tonight.
This is 30% off site-wide. This is what this is.
Mm-hmm.
Applies to all retail products from $1 to $900.
Mm-hmm.
Starts Friday. Friday is 12:01.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, that's what this is, 30% off site-wide. And for those that spend $250 between 12:01 and 2 p.m., they also receive $50 in free products.
Okay.
So all these new products are here that have been discussed. Let me pull those up a little bit so you can really see them. There, oh, look at there.
And will the sale go on here after, or is it just for tomorrow?
It just starts.
It starts tomorrow. Girl, you know, I'm that blood type O. You got to explain all that details to me. I'm like, it starts at 12:01 a.m. and now we're off to the races.
We're off to the races.
Okay, 30% off. Because I have a customer, I was trying to tell him about that. I said, but I don't have the date straight. So that's what I'm trying to get it straight. So we can get on the phone, we can get this set up. Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Does anyone have any questions about the 30% off site-wide sale that starts at 12:01 tonight on these, on all products on the website, but these new products, the RSO and the THCA, guys, it's a game changer. You definitely want to get in on that.
And if you don't know about these new products, then definitely go to your app if you're a distributor and take a look at the 2 sessions that Melissa taught recently. It's in recordings under Black Friday. And I just got the app mic, so I'm fixing to send it out to the whole nation.
Okay, the flyer's going out on the app.
The
The flyer's on the
flyer's going-
website. It's
flyer's
already
going
on
out.
Facebook. Mhm.
The flyer's
Yeah.
on Facebook.
I'm gonna let
That's
Dr.
what-
Ross take care of that. I'm sorry.
That's what Margaret just said. Yeah.
It's under the account of lifestyle. It's on the, it's either under Melissa's name or the account of lifestyle page, but I saw it on Facebook, and that's why I wasn't sure if it started tonight or next Friday. So that's why I was questioning Dr. Ross so thoroughly about it, because I was a bit confused.
Yeah, it says November 22nd on it.
It did. Mhm. Okay,
Okay. Thank you much.
okay. Well, if you guys